Meanwhile, at the Craftsman House Rental Project, in today's video, we are going to finally tackle this front bedroom that I fondly call the speakeasy. If I were to live here, it would be like a speakeasy, kind of a bar slash library. This footage is from when we first looked at it before we even signed a contract. Hey there, my name is Kathy. Welcome to Rental Supplemental. So this is what there's the front door. This is what we call the front bedroom. It's got these really cool French doors on it. If I lived here, I would turn it into a speakeasy. This house, I really think it's trying to seduce me. It's trying to make me fall in love with it and want it and even live in it. And I don't want to. Oh my goodness, little house.
Knock it off.
Kind of a bar party area. But I'm going to rent it. And therefore, we need to do some work in here on these walls. The paper is crumbling. It's totally peeling back here. It's not very pretty at all. The ceiling's not bad. I probably won't paint it. But something has to be done in here. We're not exactly sure yet, but I am thinking some kind of a beadboard or I don't know, something to go right over these walls. What we got here is a hillbilly lampshade. That's a paper plate just covering up the bulb. Brilliant, I think. In a previous video, we did the front bathroom, which you see the doorway in right there. It's connected to this room. So that's why in these couple of pictures, there are pictures of the sink. My husband began with hanging beadboard that he picked up from one of the big box stores, and he proceeded to cover the entire inside of the room.
Putting the top trim on now, and here's where I'm at. Just cut the top of that one to match right up there. That was off, so I had to cut it with my little vibratory tool. And here we are, all the way around. Looks like fun, don't it? Okay. It's getting dark, time to quit, but I got all of the corners done, the trim on the baseboards. Needs a little caulk love.
I went online to one of the box stores and picked out this really pretty sconce for the light switch in this room.
All right, one step closer. Got the ceiling painted to the new color, which is white. A little touch-up spot there, that's gotta dry yet. Got the fan in, looking good. I'm gonna flip that light around, I want that to point down. There you go, both lights on. Quite a difference.
Okay, day 2 of painting in this room. We were here all day yesterday and it is super duper cold outside. So the paint wasn't drying very fast and I was just peeling it up as I went, covering over things. So we went home, let it dry, and I'm gonna get in here, I don't know if you can see, finish the trim, and then all the trim at the bottom. And then probably tomorrow, I am going to start painting the window and the baseboards white. Okay, another really cold day here in Missouri. This is my 3rd day working on this paint. I had help the first couple of days, but he had to go back to work. And all I have to do is get the bottom trim and it'll be done. Everything else has 2 coats on it and it looks really good. And as soon as I can get that done, I'm gonna get started on the white trim. And we're gonna make this place look like $1,000,000. Same day, it's about, I don't know, 3:30, 3:45 in the afternoon. I have been painting trim all day long. I painted, well, let me just flip the camera around. I am real quick gonna show you, this is my one window I haven't finished. And you can just see how I've scraped it. And this is, you know, all the loose paint is off. But it's really dirty and it's actually clean. I cleaned all of this. But you can see a lot of cracks and chips and just, you know, 90-something-year-old use. And it hasn't been maintained very much. Probably hasn't been painted in 25 or 30 years. So, here is a window with 1 coat. And you can tell it just brightens that up, cleans up the chips and cracks and so much. It just never ever discount a coat of paint. I have not done the doors and I have not done the baseboards yet. You can kind of, that's a good example. One just coat, I just, you know, was taking care of any kind of runs. But I have got all of the door trim done. 1 coat on it all. It looks so much better. And I only have this window left to do. I'm gonna try to knock it out before I go home. And when I get back, I'll put a coat on all the baseboards and then go back and 2nd coat all these other ones. Okay, I have moved on to the dreaded crawling around on the floor part. These baseboards were cleaned when we first bought it, and I've gone through and just kind of did a little dust job on them, so no sawdust or anything is left on them. And now I'm gonna get a fairly sloppy, fill in all the stuff, make sure everything's coated, coat on them. And when I come back for the 2nd coat, it'll be a much smoother job. Ever wonder why I only have long fingernails on my pinky fingers? It's to clean up paint mishaps. Here is my little cup with my brush. I'm on the floor, crawling around, doing the part that I really don't like. But it's the part that makes it. It's the kind of the detail. It's that sharp, crisp, clean line. And when even a room that had so many problems is freshly painted and all the paint looks good, it really changes how people will look at this house. Recently, we've talked about selling it. We don't know. The market is It's still going here. It's not on fire anymore, but I feel like this is such a unique and cool house that I probably could sell it and make a little money, at least get myself out of debt. Anyway, we can't decide. One day we're gonna keep it and rent it, and another day we're gonna sell it. You might subscribe so that you don't miss out what we eventually do. I'd also like to add, we were gonna move into it 3 or 4 times. We're not doing that though. After a lot of hard work, a lot of crawling around on the floor and up and down on the ladder, this room shocked me. It turned out so good. Again, it made me want to move in here. Now, if you get real close, you can see the age and the wear that this poor house has had to put up with. But the fresh coat of paint just cleans it all up, makes it bright and crisp, and I am actually proud of it. As a final reminder, here is what the room looked like before we started. In here we have the after. In the comments below, let me know, what do you think of the speakeasy? Since this Craftsman House project is almost done, we will be moving back to the abandoned duplex series here coming up hopefully by the end of the month. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any of this great fun. Did you enjoy the content in today's video? If so, hit that like button and please make sure you're subscribed. It really, really helps this channel. Thank you so very much for watching.